Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are rediving into one of history's greatest mysteries. How on earth did the ancient Egyptians build the pyramids? We're talking about colossal structures, like the Great Pyramid of Giza, built over 4,500 years ago. It's a feat of engineering so incredible that, even with all our modern technology, recreating it would be a monumental challenge. So, how did they do it? Let's unravel the secrets. First, let's talk about the sheer scale. The Great Pyramid is made of an estimated 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons. That's like lifting a car, and they did it over 2 million times. For a long time, the common theory was that this was all done by a massive, enslaved workforce. However, modern archaeological discoveries have completely changed this story. Archaeologists have found the remains of a purpose-built village near the pyramids. The skeletons found there show signs of hard labor, yes, but also of well-fed workers who received proper medical care. We've found evidence of bakeries and breweries that could support thousands of people. This wasn't a slave army. It was a highly organized, skilled workforce, likely consisting of farmers and laborers who worked on the pyramids during the Nile's annual flood season when their fields were underwater. They were respected for their contribution to a nationally significant project, a resting place for their pharaoh. Okay, so they had the manpower. But how did they move those massive blocks? The stones were quarried, sometimes from hundreds of miles away, and transported to the Giza Plateau. A fascinating discovery from a 4,500-year-old papyrus, the diary of an official named Mira, gives us incredible insight. It describes how his crew would divert water from the Nile River into man-made canals, allowing them to float the massive limestone and granite blocks on boats right to the base of the pyramid. Once the stones arrived at the construction site, the real heavy lifting began. While we don't have one single, definitive blueprint, the most widely accepted theory involves the use of ramps. But not just one simple, straight ramp. Building a straight ramp to the top of the Great Pyramid would have required it to be over a mile long, using more material than the pyramid itself. So, experts believe they used a combination of ramps. This might have included a straight ramp for the lower levels, and a spiral ramp that corkscrewed around the outside of the pyramid as it got higher. Another theory suggests an internal ramp system, which would explain why we haven't found much evidence of external ones. To lift the blocks up these ramps, they likely used a system of sledges, ropes, and a whole lot of human power. Imagine teams of workers pulling these enormous stones over wooden rollers. To reduce friction, they might have poured water on the sand in front of the sledge, a technique depicted in ancient Egyptian artwork. It was a slow, grueling process, but with thousands of workers and decades of time, it was achievable. Finally, the precision is just mind-boggling. The pyramids are aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal points: north, south, east, and west. The stones are cut and placed with such accuracy that you often can't fit a piece of paper between them. This was achieved using simple but effective tools like plumb bobs, set squares, and sighting instruments to survey the land and ensure every angle was perfect. Their mastery of geometry and astronomy was simply astounding for their time. So, the pyramids weren't built by aliens or a lost civilization with advanced technology. They were built by ingenious, organized, and dedicated human beings. It was a combination of brilliant engineering, a deep understanding of logistics, and the sheer power of a unified workforce, building a monument for the ages. It's a testament to what people can achieve when they work together. What do you think is the most impressive part of their construction? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey back in time, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next adventure into history's greatest mysteries. See you next time.